Hi everybody and welcome to another awesome tutorial. This is Dawn and I am the Hermione behind the magic that is nerdygirlcreative.com. It's a site where you can create, learn, and share graphic design ideas and projects, as well as get awesome design assets and a lot of freebies. This week we're going to get a little spooky with this awesome fall color toning effect. We're working in Photoshop. We're going to show you how to create this fall colors from a very green image, which is this one right here. I got this image and the girl image, this image right here, on unsplash.com, and it's a great site where you can find free for commercial use images from really great photographers. All right, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and take our nice lush green beautiful image here, and we're going to start color toning. So the first thing we're going to do is come down here. We are going to go ahead and grab the channel mixer, and we want to make sure that we're on our output channel of red. You see you have red, green, and blue. We want to be on red. And what we're going to do is we're going to push all of the green all the way up and make this nice, beautiful, oversaturated color. But we're going to go ahead and pull back on our red to right about there. And we're also going to pull back on the blues to right about there. All right, and then we're going to want to change our blending mode from normal to lighten. All right, there you go. And as you can see, we have this nice fall color tone colors already. There's a little bit of some weird stuff going on in some of these, leaves, and a little bit in the tree trunk brown, but we're going to go ahead and fix that up a little bit. So we're going to come over here, and then we're going to pick color balance. All right, and we're going to work in the midtones first. So I'm going to add a bit of blue to our midtones. Then I'm going to grab the shadows up here. I'm going to push in some of the cyan right around there, and just a tiny bit of the magenta and the tiniest bit of the yellow here. Okay, and then we're going to come to highlights. And for highlights, weirdly, we're going to push in a bit of the blue here. All right. That'll kind of help fix a little bit of some weirdness we got going on. All right, so now we have this nice, orangey yellowed colored leaves. And to sort of oversaturate a little bit, we're going to go ahead and work with the selective color right here. All right. So you work in a lot of these different colors here. We're going to be mostly working in the yellows and the neutrals. So I'm going to go start with the yellow. I am going to pull out some of this here. I'm going to add a bit of this magenta color, and it kind of gives it a nice orange, pushes those up a bit. We're going to add quite a bit of yellow, around 34, 35, somewhere around there. And then just one or two black, I think. All right, then we're going to go to the neutrals. Pull down on this, and as you can see, now it's really starting to get a nice beautiful fall color with these oranges pulling through. There's a tiny bit of reds you can see pulling, and we're going to again push up the yellows to around 32, 34, somewhere around there. All right, so now we have this really, really vibrant, nice, pretty orange and yellow combination we have going for our fall colors. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create a gradient that's going to desaturate and take away some of the color in here, so that when we bring in our girl, we can kind of make her shadowier, and it gives it sort of an off-setting, off-putting feeling to the entire photo. So we're going to come back down here. We're going to go to gradient. All right, and as you can see, it is on white, so we want the transparent. But I'm going to go ahead and hit OK here. I'm going to hit D on my keyboard, which is going to switch my colors to default. So let's just get rid of that. Go to the gradient. And there we have it. We have the black that we want. Black to transparent. I want to change the style from linear to radial, which is going to give you this nice circle here. And I'm going to pull down this circle here so that we can focus it right down on the road. I'm going to make it just ever so slightly bigger, not going crazy with it, just a little bit. All right, and to desaturate the color, we're going to change its blending mode, and it's really quick and easy. So we're just going to go from normal and come down here to saturation. And then as you can see, there it goes. It pulls the color from the gradient, and it's most concentrated in the center of the circle. So as you can see, the center of the circle is a nice black and white kind of color, and then it sort of fades out into the, gives it more color. And we can move this down just a slight tad, just to give it, there we go. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and bring over our girl. So like I said, I found this on unsplash.com, and I'll leave a link in the description below to the photos. And next week's quick skills tutorial, I'm going to go into more detail as to how I cut her out. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to skip it. I've already done it. So there we have the girl. She's cut out. As you can see, she had a camera in her hand. I cut that out as well because it would be just a little bit weird in the photo. So, but I really like this photo just because it's it has a sort of eerie feeling to it, and her hair is just really beautiful, like blowing in the wind here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab her, pull her into the photo, and I'm going to Control or Command T to transform her, and I'm going to make her bigger. I'm going to center her somewhere along here on the road and hit enter. All right. So as you can see, she's fully colored and doesn't quite sit in the photo as well as you would like, nor is she ghosty. So how we're going to take care of that is I'm going to desaturate her color. So I'm going to go to Hue, Saturation. All right. And I know that I'm going to be putting a clipping mask of this hue saturation onto this image of the girl, but I'm going to show you why I'm going to be doing that once I start messing with the slider. So once I come up here to saturation and start to pull it down, as you can see, it has desaturated my entire photo. So now everything is black and white. But when you can just start and go ahead and create a clipping mask, and then you can start to pull back on the color here and desaturizer. That way, if you don't particularly want to desaturize everything, you want to just make sure that she's kind of along the same color scheme. I'm just going to push our lightness up just a tiny bit. Then you can kind of fiddle with it. But if you did not put a clip mask on it first, you were going to be messing with the entire image. So, all right. I'm going to come down here, and I am going to, as you can tell, she kind of has grass all over her because she was standing in a field. So I'm going to come over to my brush tool. I'm going to size it down by hitting my open bracket key. I'm going to double click on the color. I'm just going to grab a color from her shirt, which is pretty much just a white color. And then I'm just going to kind of, brush over and paint away some of the grass she's got going on. Once she starts to get a little bit hazy, it's not as bad. It kind of works a little bit, some of the grass that we have going on down here, because it sort of fades a little bit better into the road. But I am going to paint away a bit of it. So just because I don't want all of it. Okay, and you don't have to be super perfect, like I said. All right, so now to get her kind of a hazy, ghosty kind of feel, I'm going to create a mask on her. And then I'm going to come over here, and I want to hit D on my keyboard or switch my colors so that I'm working with black and white. I want black as my top color here. I'm going to hit B on my keyboard, and then I'm going to make sure I have a brush that has 0 hardness And then I'm going to make my brush larger by hitting the close bracket key. All right, so this will give you a nice soft edge here. So all I'm going to do is just start to paint right around her. And as you can see, it's kind of pulling her edges from the photo. All right. And I particularly really like her hair. So I'm going to switch my color from black to the white. And I'm just going to kind of paint her hair a little bit more back in, just because I personally preference. So, but I am going to just sort of soften up the edges around here just ever so much. All right. And there we have it. We are done. All right, so we changed a beautiful lush, you see, if you turn your layers off, we changed this beautiful lush green photo, and then we, layer by layer, kind of changed it into a fall, and then we got this nice, bright, beautiful fall colors that we have going on, and then we desaturized the center here of the road, and then we added our spooky girl. I hope everybody really liked this tutorial, and we learned how to color tone this image in Photoshop. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these videos. I create a new freebie or tutorial every week, so if you had any suggestions for what would you like to see me do next, leave me a comment below or go over to nerdygirlcreative.com and send me an email. Don't forget to check out my latest video series, the Quick Skills. They're quick videos to help you learn design skills quickly and easily. And until next time, guys, create something amazing.